What's going on, everybody? We are back here. We got a good show today. Create a big energy joining your boy here. Mr. King, community. We're gonna so right now, right now, y'all. This is mental health weekend. Like I said, this is for mental health for the whole week and the weekend. Your boy OT is concentrating on that. And why not have this man right here called Big Energy? He's the creator of Big Energy here, joining your boy here on the show. So like our producer said, he is in, ready to have conversations with us. We are in, ready to have conversations with him. So producers, come on and bring him in, the creator of Big Energy, Mr. King Walker. Bring him in, y'all. What's going on, man? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing. I need you to do me a favor real quick. Can you do me one favor? I want you to repeat these words to yourself. Your mentality
One favor,
determines
go
your
ahead.
reality. Your
All right.
mentality determines.
Your mentality determines your all right. Your mentality determines your reality. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that.
All
I
right.
like that right
All right.
there.
Now,
That's a
now,
fact. That's a fact right there. That is a fact right there.
right? What you just have
That's a
done right
fact.
now is you
Damn.
just reset, you just reset your energy. Now we're ready. Now we can get started. Now we can get started, man.
Let's get
Absolutely.
started. Let's get
Let's
started,
get.
man. Because in I was reading your man. And let's go ahead and we're gonna get into how the big energy was created. All right.
Okay.
Let's talk about you.
So
Where you from?
big energy. The big energy was created basically through my own personal trials and tribulations, things that I went through, right? Things that I dealt with in childhood, as far as like trauma or emotional abuse, and we talk about the homelessness and the parents being addicted and things like that, right? Um, Normally, people are usually give in
Mm-hmm.
and be what they call a product of your environment, right? I was blessed with the extra common sense to not become a product of my environment. What I did was, instead of buying into what was handed to me on that concrete, I bought into what was gifted to me on the inside. You know what I mean? So I did my best to
Mm.
outthink and my environment to become a better me, to understand me more, to outgrow what I was going through and what I would consider a concrete jungle, which is something that people battle with every day out on the concrete jungle, meaning being out in the world, in the streets, the things that are happily actually happening and taking place to people when they don't understand what it is that they're going through and what's challenging them and how to overcome it. So when I started the big energy saying, it wasn't just a saying, it was a mindset. And that's why I put it together with telling you your mentality determines your reality, right? Because if you don't understand like how you see it in your mind, how you gonna see it in your vision. How you see it in your vision is how you're gonna manifest it out your mouth. So I had to learn how to get out of my own way in order to become the person that I have become today. And getting out of your own way can be a scary road sometimes because you can be comfortable living in your house of toxic abuse to yourself, right? Some people may feel like they're protecting themselves from things by
Mm-hmm.
staying out the way and not really communicating with people or saying how they feel or being honest with yourself on what it is that you're really dealing with, right? So once I took that time out to get outside of myself, I started to make changes to myself that, yes, it wasn't pleasant to see, but at some point you got to look inside of that internal mirror and say to yourself, I am worth it. You may not be perfect, but that doesn't mean you're not worth it, right? And I have this saying that I tell people, like, your flaws are perfect
Right.
for the heart that wants you, right? Your flaws are perfect for the heart that wants you. So sometimes who you are,
Mm.
you don't need to make those changes, right? Those changes only need to be made in order to better yourself, to be a better version of who you're trying to become. You just got to step in front of the person that's not trying to let you by, which is you, because it's always you versus you. It's not about everybody else deciding to change. It's not
Mm.
about everybody deciding to be better. It's about you deciding to be better, right? So that's the first step And with me creating the big energy thing, it's a mindset. It's not just a saying, it's a mindset. That's why I say your mentality determines your reality. And bringing it into the mental health part, the mental health part kicks in because I always wanted to motivate and talk to people about bettering themselves and loving themselves more. But I couldn't figure out what route could I take to make it make sense to really help people as much as I really wanted to. And I said, people are always talking about the money. People are always talking about rich, but it's not about the money. It's about the mindset. No one has ever committed suicide because they have too much money. People aren't depressed because they're too successful. People are depressed and going through things because they have expensive clothes, but they're naked on the inside. You hear what I'm telling you? Right? People are depressed because they have on expensive clothes, but still naked on the inside. There are some things that they know that it's humane to go through. Like it's okay to not be okay. You don't have to feel like you have to be caged in to who you are and what you're battling with and what you're fighting with on a daily basis, right? People will be feeling like they're in that challenge all alone. That's why if you go back and check out my recent content, I said there are a lot of people suffering in silence. There are a lot of people putting a muzzle on their pain every day. There are a lot of people keep burying their daily because they feel like no one understands me. No one cares what I'm going through. And that's not the case. I created this to let people know that there is someone who cares about you and there's someone who understands what it is that you're battling with on an everyday basis, whether if it's depression, whether if it's anxiety, whether it is that you're going through not sure if you want to be here today. And I'm telling each and every one of you that's in here right now or who will hear this, you're worth it. You deserve to be here today. Appreciate that breath of life in your body. When you wake up in the morning, it's about mindset. You don't wake up and say, let me go chase the money. You wake up and say, I'm thankful for another day, because without that breath in your body, none of these things that you're trying to do is going to be able to get accomplished, right? So when we talk about appreciating, being appreciative,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Right. So when we talk about appreciating the things that we do have, if you don't have your mindset right, it don't matter how much money you're gonna make. It don't matter how big the house is. This is very important too when we talk about the house, right? You can't build a future if you're going to use bricks from the past, right? You have to change your mindset on that. You have to change your mindset of that. There are a lot of people living in a house of fear down the street from hesitation, right? And they're driving a car full of regret. You got that? Okay.
Hold up,
So
hold up, 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 hold up. Rewind that one right there. Cause man, oh man, hold up, wait a second. You didn't, you
yeah.
didn't, you didn't have to hit a pause button for a second, man. You said a lot of people are
Living in
living
a
in
house.
their house, driving their cars.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's a lot
yo,
of people
wait,
living in a
wait.
house of fear, right up the street from hesitation, driving a car with regret.
Mm,
So, you know, and that's
shit.
so
My
what
bad.
that all
Whew.
good. It's all good. It's all good. What that means is like you have to keep the streets of your mentality clean. You have to change the way that you view yourself living in your mentality, which goes back to your mentality determining your reality. That creates big energy. That is the birth of it. It's not just a saying, it's
Now,
just the way of life. Right. So
so,
um
but let's talk a little bit. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's back up because you're giving out major game right now. You're giving out major game. Now, I understand it, right? But the energy level.
mhm.
But let's talk about how that energy level became the way it is now. Because right now, it's a testimony in there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That a lot
Absolutely.
of people don't know, right? I
Right.
know because I read the bio, right? So can you give
Okay.
our, people that are listening, family that's watching the replays and stuff like that, give them a little background on how the big energy is what it is today and how come you could talk so much in value about these things.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people just say, okay, all right, well, he talking it, but a lot of people on social media talking it, but then next thing you know, are they really living it or did they really go through it? but you
Right.
did. So let's talk about that a
Right.
little bit.
Well, the testament for me is that I've survived a lot of the things that I've been tested about. And a lot of things that I've been tested about were being homeless, dealing with parents that were drug addicted, and being in a situation, as I told you, being told by teachers that I wouldn't have no future based off the way I would show up to class because I didn't have the money to buy the most expensive things or look like I was, a well-kept kid. So, but
Mm-hmm.
the major thing that really changed my life was just understanding that I had purpose. And that's the main thing I want people to understand, that you have purpose. You're going to go through trials and tribulations and things that you may not understand, but all those things are going to build your character. And there was a lesson in each situation when you fail. And when I say fail, for those of you who don't know what fail means, it's your first attempt in learning, right? So when it's your first attempt in learning,
Mm-hmm.
you got to learn from each fail so you can build a monument of something. Don't take it and just build a monument of nothing. It's easy to take your losses personal when you feel like you can't step upon them and gain anything from it. And that's what I did. I gained a lot of stuff from my fails. To be able to tell you what I'm telling you today is because of what I went through. This is not something you just read. It's something that people deal with every day, which is life, right? And so what I'm basically
Yep.
living testimony to is giving you jewels about how you can better sharpen your mental tool to become stronger while you go through these challenges, because these challenges don't go away. They become Goliath the more that you become successful about yourself. And the reason why I said successful about yourself, because I always ask people, how do you define success? Is success defined by what you have in the closet? Because of what you have in the closet is worth $1,000,000 and $1,000, but you don't have it in your pocket. That's not successful, right? Now, if what you have in the inside of you
Mm-hmm.
is worth about that much, that's the most priceless thing that you can have, because that means regardless of what's being taken away from you, materialistic wise, you always got that grit, that purpose, that understanding, that shining your light, even if it's just a peephole of light, to understand that you can still get it back because you're stronger than you think you are, right? Because you're stronger than you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I would tell people when it comes to understanding, how I've been through it and how I got to where I am now, is believe in itself. Even when no one else believes in you, let everyone else give up on you, but you don't give up on you. Because when you get to your finish line, and this is very, very important, when you get to your finish line, do not take it personal that you're just getting to your finish line. Because one thing about the finish line that you're getting to, it's going to come with more purpose. It's going to come with more experience. It's going to come with more strength because you had to take a longer path. That's what you don't understand. You're going to be stronger than the person who just passed it. So don't take it personal when you don't get the shortcuts. Don't take it personal when you don't get the handouts. It's building you up for something bigger. You just got to believe it for yourself. You just got to understand that it's about the journey. It's not about how quick you can get there. It's about the journey. You got to be patient with you.
So what do you tell people, right? So I'll just give you a scenario. Saying that you are a person who has been working for a long period of time, right?
Okay.
And now all of a sudden you want to go for your dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have a family. Just say you got a family, you know, you got bills. What do you tell them, the people that's be sitting there like, yo, I will much, but this is what's going on with me right now. And
So you want to go chase your dreams, but
so what are some of the things that you would tell them? Mm-hmm.
Mhm. What I would definitely tell you is this: there is no cap.
Yeah. You
There
want
is
to,
no
but
cap on starting your dream.
mm-hmm.
There is no cap on starting your dream. You can shoot past the stars if you want to. It doesn't matter. There are going to be a lot of people that's going to call you weird or crazy on your journey when you're really a genius. And I say that to you because it takes a person to be able to think outside the box, to step outside of your comfort zone in order to become comfortable, right? And you have to be patient with yourself long enough to
Right.
understand that You do not get the fruits of your labor the same day that you plant the seed. So as long as you're consistent, as long as you're patient, you're going to get what's coming to you. You may not get it at the date that you planned out, but give me a second. Let me go on this bag real quick. It's a difference between your speed and God's speed. It's a difference between your timing and God's timing. And that whole entire time, you got to be doing what you need to do at your table, preparing for when you get to the destination of your blessing, of your finish line. Because a lot of times you don't receive what it is that you're trying to do, no matter what age you are in life, is because you haven't been preparing for it and you're not ready for it. It takes 21 years to be 21. It takes 18 years to be 18. So at some point, you're not getting what you're getting because you're standing still. You haven't planted that seed yet. You haven't begun to go through the necessary steps to understand your fails, your trials and tribulations and being tested and understanding that before you get blessed. So that's what I would tell anyone that wants to do anything in life. It's not about the age limit. It is about your energy. It is about your energy and anything that you do. If your energy is not right, if your energy is not right, that's why some things may pass you by. There are a lot of people who want to do business with great-minded people like you that want to see you be successful. But if that energy is not right within you, then that energy is not going to attract towards you because the company
That's a
that
fact.
you keep on the inside is what will come oozing out of your pores that will attract people. That's why a lot of people be feeling like, why is everything going wrong? Why am I not getting what I need to get? You got to look on the inside. It starts with you. You got to check the company that you're keeping on the inside because that law of attraction is attracting
Mm,
which the pores on the outside. So that's what it's about when you talk about manifesting for
that's a
things and
fact.
putting things in perspective for things that you want. So it's not about the age limit. It's about your energy. Change your mindset. Start appreciating for the things that you do have. Be appreciative for the things that you do have. You was hungry. You was excited when you got that apartment. Don't start talking bad about that apartment now because you want a house. Keep giving it the love that it
That's a
needs.
fact.
Right? Right. Don't
That's
start
a
talking
fact.
about
That's a fact right
you was
there.
you was happy when you got that key. You posted it up. Thank God, all the wonderful things. So keep falling in love with it until you get what you need. And when you leave that apartment, say thank you. I appreciate you covering
Yeah,
me, keeping me out the rain, keeping me off the streets.
yeah, yeah.
Carry that in
So,
with you on to
so let's talk. Right now, we're talking to the creator of Big Energy, Mr. King Walker, and you do a lot in the community too. So let's talk about that a little bit because you like to talk to the youth in the community. Um, can you tell our listeners and people watching, why is that so dear to your heart?
because you have a different mindset with helping people when you remember when you didn't have. And I think that's important. A lot of people always say, people always tell you, never forget where you come from. Never forgetting where you come from doesn't necessarily mean you have to still live there physically, but never forget where you come from to be appreciative of the things that you do have now. And when you do win big, you got to take time to give back, to give somebody else a chance that you didn't get. Because the time that you put in to get to where you're at,
Hmm.
maybe you can help make it a little easier for someone. And to me, that's just the teamwork, make the dream work effect. I don't have to know you personally to tell you, OT, I'm proud of you. I can see you on the street, but hey, I just want to let you know I'm proud of you. I don't know what you have been through. I don't know what you have accomplished, but I want you to know I'm proud of you. You know how much that can change someone's life. And that's free. Cost you nothing.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
it costs you nothing.
mm.
For me to
I
tell you
like
that
that.
I'm rooting for me to tell you that I'm rooting for you, for me to tell you that I want to see better for you, that costs you nothing. So when it comes to me giving back, I just want to give back in a way where people can feel like there's hope for them to elevate. There's hope for them to level up their mindset, level up their energy, find their smile again. There's a lot of people who look inside of the mirror and years have passed and they don't recognize who they are anymore. They've been through so much, they've been emotionally damaged that they don't recognize who they are no more. And so at some point, what I
Wow.
tell people is you got to find a way to reinvent yourself. Because as long as you got heart, mindset, and vision, you can always find new ways to reinvent who you are. Huh? God didn't create you just to be one way. He
Hey,
blessed you with talents. So You got to take time
Yeah,
out to
because
find out everything that
this.
you are, your how much your worth is.
Hey, well, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Because I'm gonna give you roses now.
I
Because you're
appreciate it.
doing a lot in the community, especially when it's talking to
I
the
appreciate
youth,
it.
man. Because a lot of times we like to, push them to the side because what we see on, social media, what we see in the news and stuff like that, and
Right.
they need us, right? They need people like you
I
that
appreciate
is
that.
just doing it because it's not for money. It's not for money.
Right.
It's for the love.
Right.
And
Right.
a lot of times these kids need that. That's what they need. They need the love. So I
Mhm.
commend you. I give you roses now while you here because you are doing a lot of things in the community that a lot of black men, and I'm gonna say it, sorry to say it, y'all, but a lot of black men ain't doing. So,
I understand.
there
I
is a
understand.
there's a slight little, I could say there's a slight little of black men that are actually having conversations with the youth
Mm.
out there. Not saying
Abs-
all of y'all, I'm not gonna never say that, but I'll say the majority of them are not, and they are the
mhm.
majority of them are. So you are one of the majority that is doing it out of love.
I
Not no
appreciate it.
money, but out of love. So I
No,
appreciate that
I was doing it on
100%,
purpose.
man.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sending,
yeah. So
sending that right
so
back to you.
what do you got going on? What do you got going on? Because 2022 is almost over.
Hmm.
2023 is among us right now. What do Big Energy got going on for 2023? Because I know you're preparing for it. What can people expect
Absolutely.
when they go to your social media
See, I'm over
or
here sweating,
everything?
doing all the talking. I'm in it. I'm ready. Um, but what do I have going on? I got going on January 27th. I'm actually doing a speaking engagement January 27th, and I got a few things going on inside of that engagement. It will be in Los Angeles. It will be out here in Cali. So what it is I did a few things, and I'm gonna put them all together now. So it's gonna be a vision
Mm-hmm.
board in there.
Mm.
Also, yeah, yeah. Also, we're gonna do what I call a mirror check, which is I bring this mirror and I basically let people come up one by one, and I want you to tell yourself I'm worth it, because you got to look at you. You got to look at you in the eyeballs and tell yourself that. I don't care if you got to tell yourself that till you start crying, till you start screaming at it, because you have to remember it. You have to know it. You have to know it. And there's a few other things in there. I ain't gonna give away too much, but those are the first two things. That's the event that I got going on January 27th. Uh, you know, yeah, it's the Big Energy Tour getting started, man. So I'm starting right here in LA, and I'm excited about it.
Well, listen. I want you to keep something in mind
Mhm.
because we are planning on doing a brother to brother conference. We're putting it
Absolutely,
together now. And how about this? You be one of the speakers at our event.
it's done
It's going to
there.
be in Vegas. It's going to be in Vegas. We already pitting it to pass right now. It's going to be in Vegas about 4 hours from you. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
Okay,
we plan on doing a whole weekend thing from Thursday to Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta talk to RW, but I think yeah, it will be. Yep, you just hit me up Thursday to Sunday, where we'll be doing a meet and greet. Then we'll be having all these web seminars, and then we're gonna have one big panel. We're gonna have a gala, black tie event with a little bit of golf. And your boy OT can't golf, but I'm gonna be learning this summer how to golf. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna have me looking like Charles Barkley
I
out
got
there
some
on the
golf.
golf.
I got some. I got some golf game.
Yeah,
I can
yeah. So
participate.
we putting this together. So okay, definitely, definitely, definitely. So I'm gonna be hitting you up, man, for we can go ahead and get some things done, iron out some
Absolutely,
things, get some paperwork done, stuff like that. Because we all about business,
absolutely.
so we want to take care of our speakers too at the same time. So
Okay,
yeah,
absolutely,
man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right,
absolutely.
man. Well, listen, man. Tell everybody where to find you at on social media or websites or anything that you got.
Okay, well, let's start from the top, man. You can find me on TikTok at King double underscore Walker. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at King double underscore Walker one, and you can find me on Facebook as well. Where else can you find me? Because I feel like I'm everywhere right now. Instagram, TikTok,
Just Google
Instagram.
him.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. You can find me on each one of those. Yeah, I got tons of content for everybody, and it's ageless. Doesn't matter what age you are, everybody can get something from it. It's family friendly, so everybody can listen to it. You don't have to worry about covering your ears for anything. I'm talking to everybody. I'm speaking to the people. So, yeah, absolutely.
Big energy right there.
Big
Big
energy.
energy right there. Big energy. Y'all got it right here. Y'all got a big energy. The creator of big energy, Mr. King Walker. And like you said, your mentality determines your reality. So y'all make sure y'all
Absolutely.
say that. Make sure y'all DM that first. DM that first. Comment. Make sure you say that first in the comment. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to start doing.
Okay.
Let's appreciate you for stopping by.
Okay. I
Having
like
a
the vibes.
discussion with them.
I also wanted to thank you for opening up your door.
On all.
It's great.
So we appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
We
it's breaking up a little bit.
Oh man, y'all.
So if I'm not saying that,
show y'all not. Yeah, look, man, on everything you do, man, and we'll be soon.
All right, man. Have a great one.
A big Mr. King here. All right, bro. Y'all. Get it again, y'all. We busted here on the show.